I want you to take care of yourself. I'm showing you the things that I use to take care of myself. And if that is like a starting point for you to do it, great. Like, I'm all for it. I want to see you win. I want to see you successful. I want to see you happy. I want to see you well. I was not always well. I got to this point by doing a lot of work with no fucking help. So if I can be helpful to you, great. I'm happy about that. Hi, my name is Aztec Psyche and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I will be discussing crystals, mantras, and mudras that help balance, unblock, and awaken your root chakra. I have a video that shares a sound frequency that also helps with unblocking and awakening your root chakra, and I will just put a card here and I'll also feature it in the description below. But this video will be solely based on crystals, mantras, and mudras, and if you're curious about the sound frequency, the information will be available to you. The root chakra is as we know, one of the lower chakras. The only chakra below the root is called the earth chakra. The root chakra deals with survival. It's literally our survival instinct. So even in Maslow's law of hierarchy, you know that the base is literally shelter, food, water, like just the basic needs that we need to survive and feel secure. So when your root is unbalanced or if it's blocked, typically the person is always in a crisis mode. I see people with blocked root chakras are in crisis mode. They do a lot of self-sabotaging, and also they are, always trying to do things to survive. So like most hoarders have blocked root chakras. People who have like been poor before and are fighting against it, or like do everything they can to not be there again, they necessarily don't have a blocked root chakra, but it's an example of a person who kind of still lives in that trauma of the root, and they haven't quite exalted themselves from that energy. When a person has balanced or unblocked their root chakra, they typically are really great with communicating their wants and needs. They speak their truth, and they always have this sense of protection no matter what. So no matter where they go, they always feel that that they're protected and they're secure, and that life would not forsake them in any way. The universe always has their back. A person with an unbalanced or blocked root chakra, as I mentioned before, a few things. They also is like, they might have throat issues, tonsillitis, because this is the thing. The root is all about your wants, needs, desires, but also your basic necessary tools for survival. But closed mouths don't get fed. So if your root is blocked and you can't communicate your needs, that it eventually blocks your throat. It's just part of the trickle down effect. If your root is blocked, none of the other chakras can be open. It literally infests your entire chakra system and makes it incapable for you to elevate and exalt yourself in any capacity. Get into these crystals. Black onyx. Black onyx is really great for your root chakra because it literally gives you a sense of self-esteem. It literally promotes egotism, but not in the unhealthy way. As we know, the ego is part of us. But there is an unhealthy version of the ego, and there's the healthy version of the ego. Black onyx encourages the healthy version of the ego. It also improves your ability to assert yourself. Black onyx also improves concentration, and it also helps you in facilitating or communicating your logic and thought process to other people's without feeling fear or ashamed about what you want to say or how they're going to receive it. Black onyx is also a great crystal that helps you gain complete control over your actions and therefore the consequences of them. So if you have a victim mindset, please work with this crystal because it literally will give you the confidence and esteem to see where you are the problem and you are the issue instead of pointing fingers at others. Because what I've learned in this life is that once you're old enough, right? I typically think after the age of 25. After the age of 25, blaming other people for your problems is fucking bullshit. Like, everything in this life is a choice, and you make a choice and you go down that path. If that path leads to shit, that was a shitty choice. It's just how it is, you know? So black onyx literally gives you the ability to see yourself clearly and therefore make choices and be accountable for your actions. It also really helps with combating any addictive behaviors or addictions that you may have that you're trying to break. A great mantra to use when working with black onyx is, I have the strength and confidence to achieve my goals. Crystal that helps with your root chakra is shungite. So I have two pieces of shungite. I have this raw shungite, which is very raw. I typically keep my shungites in my car because shungite is really great with absorbing negative energy. Actually, all of these crystals are great with absorbing negative energies. As you've probably seen before, people talk about, you know, all of the black stones are protective crystals and they can protect you, but they can only protect you so much, because if you're the problem, they can't protect you from your own bullshit. Like, you have to learn how to be accountable. Anyways, so this is the pyramid of shungite that I have. So the beauty of shungite is that shungite literally can be a transmitter for your energy, your wants and desires. So if you sit with a piece of shungite and you meditate on something and think about what you want and are really focused on the intention, it will be an amplifier for that specific intention. It also helps you stay focused on your desired outcome and goals that you desire to achieve. Shungite also is a really great purifier for water or certain elixirs. So if you want to drink water in crystal water, as they call it, shungite is a really great crystal to put inside your water to purify and alkalize it. It's also great for amplifying any spells that you may cast, or any elixirs that you want to create for whatever intention that you have. Shungite also eases anxiety, inflammation, and some will say insomnia, but mostly intrusive thoughts are just negative thoughts that have been weighing you down that you don't know where they came from, especially people who deal with depression. Shungite promotes healing and just healthy growth in the person who chooses to work with it. So another thing about shungite that I forgot to mention is that shungite is known as the stone of life. So shungite is really great with protecting you from EMRs or electromagnetic radiation, which is why it is something that I keep in my car at all times, because our cars are electric, magnetic, and it radiates. And if anything, I drive a lot, I travel a lot, so I like to keep the barrier as clear as possible, keep the negative ions balanced. Shungite also has the ability to raise your vibration in your own personal power. Take that however you want, but it truly is a great crystal when you're unblocking your root chakra to work with, because it protects you in every way imaginable, but it also encourages you and enhances whatever you desire. A great mantra to use when working with shungite is, I detoxify my life from the inside out. Another great mantra to use when working with shungite is, I am strong, I am clear, I am focused. All right, the next crystal that I'm going to show you that work with your root chakra is black tourmaline. Black tourmaline, oh my gosh. Black tourmaline not only absorbs negative energy, it also protects you from psychic attacks. It also is just generally a great crystal to use to carry with you. It grounds you and your auric field, especially if you're the type of person who is a empath, or just you are very sensitive to other people's energies. It keeps you grounded in your own personal power and your own light. Me personally, my black tourmaline does not leave my house. Actually, the black tourmaline that I have does not leave my daughter's room. I keep it on an angle that it literally protrudes out, and it protects the doorway, it protects her bed, it protects her while she sleeps. Especially if you're a type of person who typically has nightmares, I would say, shungite. Black tourmaline is the type of crystal that you would like to leave near your door or near your bed to keep with peaceful dreams, because entities are real. And I'm just say this right now, sage is not enough. People always say, sage your room, sage your room, sage your room. Sage is not enough. Sage does not clear out all entities. It doesn't. It just doesn't. There are certain entities that still can exist when sage is present, is used. So black tourmaline helps clear out destructive and self-defeating thoughts, especially, as they say, the invisible things, the things that aren't real, but they fester and build up in your mind. Black tourmaline is a great crystal to keep in your vicinity for that reason. It turns anxiety into peace. And as I said before, it's just a great crystal to keep near you if you need a grounding and protective force. And I use it to protect my daughter while she sleeps. Since it's been in her room, she has not had any nightmares. And I mean, she used to have, I can't even say the amount of times she'll come into my room and say, Mommy, I had a bad dream. Mommy, I had a bad dream. Since this has been in her room, every time she wakes up, she sleeps through the night and she says, oh, I had the best dream. And she'll tell me about this beautiful dream of unicorns and all of that. So it's like, it really protects you from negative thoughts, negative entities, negative spirits that may be trying to infiltrate your auric field. A great mantra to use with black tourmaline is, I feel safe, protected, and balanced as I embark on my inner journey. Crystal, last but not least, is hematite. I don't have my hematite on me. It's actually around my daughter's neck, because as I said, she was being hit with a lot of psychic attacks lately. So hematite, just one thing about hematite I need to mention is that hematite literally, it not only absorbs negative energy, it completely inhibits the negative energy to be absorbed by your body. But not only that, hematite, when it absorbs, it is one of the few crystals that I have seen, and this is like true facts. Hematite is one of the few crystals that absorbs negative energy, but it will crack. It will literally crack once it's reached its capacity of negativity absorption. Whether it's a bracelet, a necklace, or the crystal itself, it will literally shatter into pieces once it's absorbed the negativity up until the capacity that it can. And it also pulls any excess energy from your higher chakras back down to the root, because some chakras can be overstimulated, which is why I say balanced, because if your chakras are not balanced, that can cause problems too. Hematite is a great anchor. It literally can anchor you to the ground and just gives you feeling of safety, security, and peace as you wear it. But as I said, it will absorb the negative energies, but it will crack once it reaches capacity. So that's just something to think about. I'm going to share with you some mudras associated with your root chakra. All right, so there are 3 cards that would like to be shown to you today that are associated with your root, and they also help with balancing and unblocking and unlocking your root chakra, or just, creating a sense of peace that you might not feel already. So the first card that I have to show you today is trust. Anxiety goes away. This is a courage mudra This mudra comes from Japan. It has always helped to cope with niggling worries or anxiety. Using the following technique, you can deal with both acute and chronic fears. First, take a long and careful look at the cause of your fear and imagine only for a moment the worst that might happen. The inner images are small and in black and white. Then you see in your mind's eye what it will be like when everything has resolved itself for the good, but in big, colorful pictures. Imagine the situation as you would like it to be and yourself laughing, satisfied, and happy. The mantra associated with this mudra is, I have faith in the rightness of things. There is a power and a strength which guides, supports, and protects me. The second mudra that I would like to show you today for the root is effortlessness. Take it easy. The Vajra Mudra, the gesture of the fire thunderbolt. The circulation mudra activates and regulates the blood flow in the body and stimulates all the senses. Stand up straight with your feet pointing straight in front. Now speed up your breathing rhythm and swing your arms vigorously upwards every time you breathe in. Keep your back straight. Then form and maintain the mudra with your arms outstretched for about 10 seconds. Meanwhile, keep breathing in and out deeply and with energy. Finally, sit down quietly for 3 to 5 minutes, still keeping the mudra formed. Use your imagination to put yourself in a situation which you find fun and enjoyable. The mantra associated with this mudra is, I face the world with determination, seizing the opportunities as they come and forming them with elan and enthusiasm. The final mudra I'd like to show you today is stability. I shall keep going. This is the mudra of life. The Pran mudra strengthens the eyes and brings inner peace, stamina, and confidence. With this help, you can take setbacks in your stride and keep going through thick and thin. We are much stronger and resilient than we think we are. A constructive and positive inner attitude helps us to activate and use the latent staying power within us. Imagine that there is a fire burning in your innards, which gets more and more powerful with every breath which you take. The fire is there to strengthen and rejuvenate your body, to warm your heart and clarify and enlighten your mind. The mantra associated with this mudra is, my inner fire possesses me, strengthens me, and reveals to me my abilities and my possibilities. The last mudra I'd like to show you is the Lam mudra. So you should put your hands like this. This is normally, oh, well, my finger looks a little weird, but put your hands like this. If you can, try to make it more of a circle than a bend, but like I have, my hands are weird. But so this is the Lam mudra. This mudra is a vibration that is truly meant to unblock and balance your root chakra. So you're gonna put your fingers on your knees. You're gonna sit in Indian style if possible. You're gonna take a deep breath. And we go The thing about chanting or saying this out loud and saying it in totality and exaggerating the A is because your entire body decompresses when you do this. It literally takes you from your head to your root. If you still feel tension in your body or you still feel like you didn't reach quite to your root, keep doing it. The energy shouldn't be stuck in your heart. It shouldn't be stuck in your solar. It shouldn't be stuck in your sacral. The energy should ground you down to your root and really also ease tension in your back. I noticed a lot of people carry tension in their neck and their backs, and these mantras help with releasing that tension. These hand gestures, these mudras, help with releasing that tension. We're energetic beings. We have energetic bodies. We literally radiate electricity. That's why we can make things vibrate when we're angry. So with that being in mind, when you're saying these mantras, really think about the energy that you're cultivating and putting out. Really think about how you want to feel. Really think about the strength. Really think about the balance. Really think about the peace, the security. Because a lot of times when we're in a worry state, it's literally a sign that our root chakra is starting to be a little unbalanced. And sometimes worry cultivates in the crown chakra too. But I've noticed that people who are tight with their money, are really strict about things, and just don't have much, they're pretty rigid, unflexible. They need root work done. Root work is the most essential work. Before you get to think about any chakra, do your root work, because most likely that might be the culprit. You might think your throat chakra is blocked, but really your root is blocked and it's affecting your throat. If you made it this far into the video, thank you so much. Please drop a red heart or any red emoji that you feel like to do. It really doesn't matter to me. I really appreciate your time, and I really appreciate most of all your effort to take care of yourself, because this is why I'm here. This is why I put out these videos. Like, I want you to take care of yourself. I'm showing you the things that I use to take care of myself. And if that is like a starting point for you to do it, great. Like, I'm all for it. I want to see you win. I want to see you successful. I want to see you happy. I want to see you well. I was not always well. I got to this point by doing a lot of work with no fucking help. So if I can be helpful to you, great. I am happy about that. As I mentioned in the beginning of my video, there is a separate video that I created that has the sound frequency associated with your root chakra. But the thing is, if you're going to start with that sound frequency, you're going to have to go through all 8 sound frequencies, because it is really a wealth DNA upgrade. It is a process, it is a commitment, and it is an expansion for you to reach your highest self. If you're interested, I will leave the card up here somewhere, and y'all can do what you do. As always, be good to yourself, take care of yourself, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Peace.